That being said, our next speaker is Scott Dillingham. He's here to speak about the Canvas system, which is taking over Blackboard. He is not on your agenda because we are fortunate to be able to get him last minute. So thank you very much, Scott.
Thanks. Hey, good afternoon. So I'm going to talk for just a few minutes about our learning management system at UT Tyler, which happens to be Canvas. It used to be Blackboard if you got your undergraduate here. It was a different platform. So if you want to pull out your phone, one thing that we usually ask at the orientations is that you go ahead and download the app. So Canvas is the name of the platform that we use. And so you can search your respective app store on an Apple or Android device. If you have a Windows phone, you can look at your neighbor's phone. But you'll search for Canvas, C-A-N-V-A-S, and it's a little sunburst. I don't have a image to show you guys, but it's a little sunburst, and you can install that, let it download. I don't know what kind of strain we're going to put on the wireless, but you should be able to log into that. So the significance of the app, whether you're online or face-to-face, is you can get push notifications, which are super handy. And so you can let your phone tell you when there's new content or when an assignment is due or when a grade has been posted, that sort of stuff. You can do quite a bit on the app. You can submit assignments if you want to, and you can do discussion boards if you want to, and you can send notifications if you want to. But that's, you can explore that on your own. So, but if go ahead and download that, that way you have it. So I want to talk about the Canvas system. So the big thing, if you leave here with only remembering one thing, it's how much help is available when you're using Canvas. And so at the very bottom left here, so this is what it looks like after you log into Canvas. We're in a course right now. I want to talk about that in just a second. But on the left-hand side, that global navigation is always there. So you won't see the admin shield, but you'll have a dashboard and courses, and there's lots of things there. At the very bottom is a little question mark with the circle around it. That's the help. And so David just clicked on that, and it brings up lots of options. Now, these are available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. And that 24/7 support is something that was added a couple of years ago with Blackboard, and it was okay. And it was good to have. We've done this with Canvas. So I'm going to pause real quick and mention Canvas is new to the university as of this summer. So if you took a spring class here at UT Tyler, you took it in Blackboard. And if you took a summer class, you took it in Canvas. If you taught a spring class, you taught it in Blackboard. And if you taught a summer class, you taught it in Canvas. And so we've had a couple of great semesters and some really good experiences so far. And one thing that we keep hearing over and over again is how great the support is. So we've had a chance to kind of test drive this. And so when you click on help, there's some links there. The very top one is chat. And that's on purpose. We find that most students prefer to use chat. You can hit the little box, and it's going to bring up, you put in a little bit of information about your question, and then they know where you are, right? So they know what page you're looking at and what course you're in. And so they have a lot of the endemic information they need to be able to help you out. So that's kind of the first one. The second one says hotline, and there's an 800 number there. It's a hot link, but when you click it, it doesn't really do anything because it's a phone number. And but you can call that phone number. It's toll free, again, any time of the day or night, on a holiday, whenever it is that you're doing your homework, you're doing your schoolwork. Below that are a few things I won't really go through. There's the Ask Your Instructor a Question, which if you click on it, it lets you choose from your instructors. You guys know who your instructors are, so you probably have their cell phone numbers. But you can use that to send a notification. The Canvas guides and the Ask a Community, or if you wanted to dig around on your own, you're welcome to use those. That was me using the keyboard. You're welcome to use those. Most people use the top two, and the very bottom says report a problem. So if you come across something that doesn't work, if you see an error message, you can click that, and it goes straight to the Canvas developers, and they work on it. So the big thing is, remember that help is there, help is always there, and that those top two links are chat and a phone number. And if you have any kind of problem, reach out to those guys because they can help. Your instructor has to take care of things like due dates and assessment attempts and all that kind of stuff. But usually what happens is you're working and it's a computer-specific problem, right? Usually if you run into any kind of issue, it's uploading something, or it's, I clicked on this, I thought I was going to, see some website and nothing popped up, and they can help with all that stuff. So they've been fantastic. We're really excited that we're able to use their 24/7 support, and that's how you get to it. So since I've belabored that point just for a minute, so how do you use Canvas? Well, we have this Canvas 101 for students. We have one for faculty as well, but we have one for students. So when you log into Canvas, and you should be able to do it on your devices, but also certainly from a computer like David's doing here, you're going to have that courses button there on the left-hand side, and when you choose it, you may not see any of your courses you're registered for. So those will get turned on when faculty have them ready to go and when classes start. But you will see the Canvas 101. Canvas 101 for students there. It's going to have a little swoop and say Canvas 101. And when you click on it, it's just intended to be kind of a self-paced. It starts you right there with the Start Here button. We have that link to talk about 24/7 support. You guys are already familiar with that, but we can't emphasize it enough. But it's just going to take you through and let you know kind of how Canvas works. You know, how do you submit something? How do you use a discussion board? It's going to take you through the high points. And that's really what you need to know to be able to move through the course. Before I go, and I'll take some questions if you guys have any, I do want to mention, so there's an account, and I don't know if David's comfortable clicking on his account there at the top. You don't have to if you don't want to, David, but there at the very top, David's already got his picture in there, but you can click on your account and you can enter a phone number if you want to get text messages. You can add additional email addresses. So right now, your Patriot email address is populated in there, and when things happen in Canvas, you'll know about them through the email. But you can also add any email address that you want, and it will it'll go there as well. It'll hit both of them. So David's clicked on the calendar. This is another nice piece. Now, there's not a lot there because we don't have anything going on, but that calendar is going to auto-populate with due dates and assignment dates in your course. Now, if you're not taking, if your course isn't hybrid or online, there might not be a lot in there, but just know if stuff is due on Canvas or if you have deliverables on Canvas, they will show up there as well. Hey, no, that was really sort of from a 50,000-foot view. The big thing, I hope everybody was able to download. Did anybody have any trouble downloading the app? You may have any issues? That is good to know. All right. So that's just a handy thing. We've got a lot of good feedback on that. You guys have any questions? I don't want to sort of dive into a bunch of stuff that's going to be better for you to see on Canvas 101, but I don't want to leave, if you guys have any questions or if there's anything I can provide any insight on. All right. That's pretty straightforward. So, again, Canvas is fairly new. We've been running it this summer. So, again, if you're familiar with Blackboard, from your perspective, there's not really that much of a difference, right? You still log in and you take your class and you do the assignments. But hopefully from a support standpoint and from that app and notifications, it gives you a few gets. David, is there anything that you think I should mention before I wrap it up? Okay. Yes. Yeah. Okay. So ARC is a video tool that is integrated into Canvas, and so your instructors can put videos there, and you can as well. So there's a place in. Let's see. Now we don't have anything set up to do a submission, but you can use ARC when you do submission. So you can record a video. Now ARC doesn't do the recording. It's sort of a repository. You can record on however you want to record, right? However it is that you normally do. And you can just drop the video in there. But then it's there in Canvas. And so if you want to use it to submit, there is a way you can do that as well. That's a great question. Any others? Hey, thanks for your time. I know you guys have a lot to cover today. I appreciate being able to say something. Please just remember that help is there and don't hesitate to use it. You've already paid for it, right? So we don't get billed on how many people from each college or program. It's a yearly thing, and so feel free to use it anytime you need, and don't hesitate. Thank you very much.